welcome to Comfort Time with Aunty Yunike. If you're seeing me for the first time, you're truly welcome, you're truly appreciated. Today's story is all a woman wants, all a woman needs. I know it's been said that women are complicated, you can understand them, and all sorts of things about women. Yes, like to every rule, there's an exception. And I say that because recently I shared a video called Breaking Point, and a link will show where a man really went through a hard time at the hands of an abusive woman. And also I've shared in some other videos how some women have also been abused. So it's something we can't run away from. So today's story is on how a woman felt neglected, felt abandoned, and she too reached her breaking point. So the story I'm going to share is one of a lady got married very young, and in our time most of us got married quite young, mostly straight from school and maybe straight from college, straight from the university. So we really never had time to live on our own and to appreciate being on our own. So now when you get married, it meant that your husband is your best friend. Your husband must be with you when you feel lonely. And when that doesn't happen, then you start feeling sad. So this is what happened to one of my friends. She was an accountant, and a good one at that. After college, she did an accountancy course, and she was doing very well. Her husband too was doing very well in his job. So eventually she would, tell him, you're always coming home late, from work. She would go straight home, but he wouldn't. He would want to go and spend time with his friends for a drink, 1 or 2 drinks, and then come home later. And he wouldn't understand when he comes home and she's sulking. And she's sulking because she's lonely. But he didn't understand that. He expected, you're a wife, I married you, I've given you a nice home, you have your job, so I'm there when there's need for you to be with me. Why does it have to be like all the time? So that became a problem for them. Soon after that, she had a child. After she had a child, she was kept busy for a while, but still she felt she needed more. She needed adult company. So what happened was that now she decided to start some kind of fundraising. She was good at baking. She could bake beautiful scones and cakes, and also she started baking, and she would take those to work and she would share with her workmates. She would sell it to them, and she was making quite a bit of money. So now when she made enough to want to start something of her own, she again decided, okay, I need my husband to appreciate what I'm doing because I'm bringing so much to the table. But instead the husband felt threatened. He felt like, oh, if I allow her to continue doing this, she's going to think she's the one who's wearing the pants. And that became a problem. So she tried showing him, oh, I want is for you to appreciate what I'm doing. I'm actually trying to help us as a family. But he wouldn't take that. Because if you look at the video that I shared, Heal Your Community, in that video, it's possible for someone who doesn't have a family in the area, because she came from a rural setting, married and brought to a big town. So she didn't really have many friends. She didn't know the area very well. And so she really needed him even more. So if you go to the video, Heal Your Community, there was a setup of how those who are coming from areas where they have no families could go, and that way they could interact. The link will show at the end for those who would like to know more about that situation. So she became very lonely, and she put all her effort in her work and also the little business that she did. She was even more hurt when she would come home and bring something nice, and the husband behaved so entitled. He would just accept everything that she brought home without even saying thank you. When he wanted something from her, he would not even say please. He would just say what he wanted or needed, and she would provide. So there was no please, there was no thank you. And when he hurt her and he saw that she was offended, he would not even say sorry. Now, for most women, please, thank you, I'm sorry are magic words. If we don't hear those things, you kill us. It's so painful to have someone who thinks they're entitled to you completely. So here I'm appealing to the men, even to the women. Please, thank you, sorry is just good behavior. And both men and women should practice those 3 magic phrases. So this hurt her so badly that after some time she just felt, you know what, this guy will never get it. So she packed up her bags and she was out of there. She left, rented her own place, took the children. They had 3 children by that time, and now that got his attention. He followed her, begged her. She said, no way, I am done. To you, I'm just a tool. You don't see me as a human being, and I'm done being used by you. It was then that he realized that he had really been unfair to her. All she needed was for him to cheer her on, to show that he cared, to show that he appreciated her efforts. That's all. But his ego wouldn't allow him. So now he was risking losing her. He pleaded with her that he would do whatever it took to be a better husband. So they went for counseling, and eventually they got back together. And when they got together, he was a better husband, and he realized that all she needed was for him to be kind to her, to be nice to her, to appreciate her, cheer her on, and show her that she's his queen, you know. That's all she needed. She didn't need much. She just needed him to not be threatened by her achievements, to not try to push her down because he was feeling insecure, to not, make her feel bad about her achievements. She just needed someone who could love her, and she needed genuine love. That's all a woman wants. Some happiness, some joy, and to be made, to feel that you're attractive, you're nice, and I like you. That's all. That's not too much to ask. So please, this could have ended up the other way, but fortunately, they got together. He got it. He had missed the writing on the wall all along, but he finally saw it, and he did good. And now they're having their happily ever after story. I hope this helps you to relook at your life and how you're treating your friend, whether it's a male, a female, whether they are the wife or the husband. We both can benefit from being good to each other. Comfort Time continues. I hope you have already subscribed. If you haven't, please do. And not only you, everybody else that you interact with, encourage them to subscribe, like, and share. Comfort Time continues. See you in the next video.